Hey, my name is Sajad, and welcome to the Sunan Weekly Podcast, where we share with you some of the awesome projects we are working on, along with some of our biggest takeaways this week. Here, we want to give you a chance to see how we are making a difference so that we can all level up. Hey, hope everyone is doing well. Welcome back to the next round of the Sunan Weekly Podcast. What are we working on? This week, we released another great blog post titled All About Hashtags. Did you know that an Instagram post with at least one hashtag is likely to get 12% more engagement than a post without any hashtags? That is crazy. Using hashtag is a very easy but yet effective way to boost engagement. Think about it. Let's say, for example, you just finished writing a blog post titled 5 Best Hacks to Optimize Your Facebook Ad Campaigns. Now, in order to drive more traffic to this blog post, you naturally would incorporate relevant keywords into the article and into the subject line to ensure that it ranks high when people are searching for ways to optimize Facebook ad campaigns. This exact same principle also applies to social media. Today, hashtags can make your post more visible to people looking for the same kind and relevant information. You can even search by hashtags, for example, on Instagram and Twitter to find posts with the specific sort of content that you're looking for. The algorithms on these social media platforms are designed to categorize and display posts based on their hashtags. So make sure to use hashtags when pushing out content on your social media outlets. My biggest takeaway this week: elevation requires separation. As human beings, we are naturally always looking for ways to elevate our lives and make them better than yesterday. It's only natural. We all want to become better at our craft. We all want to be more successful in our businesses. We all want to leave a bigger impact. We all want to be remembered in a positive light as someone who was a net positive for the world, someone who made a difference. But in order to get to this level, we need to separate ourselves from what's holding us back. I'm going to use myself as an example. I am probably the biggest introvert you will ever meet. I'm the kind of person who could not interact with another human being for weeks and not even notice. I'm the kind of person who prefers to just stay quiet and enjoy loneliness. Wow, that sounds weird just saying that. Now, these characteristics necessarily are not a recipe for success when you're trying to build a world-class design and marketing firm. You need to be able to communicate and build relationships. You need to be able to connect with potential leads and build a connection with them. You need to be able to lead a diverse group of people from around the world who you physically never met. We don't want to shrink our ambitions down to our levels. Rather, we need to rise to the level of our ambitions. We need to force ourselves outside of our comfort zone. Growth, opportunities, and fulfillment only come when we challenge ourselves and force ourselves to grow and expand. Now, how do we do this? It's actually easier than we think. We all have limiting beliefs, limiting mindsets, and limiting relationships. And we all know that real growth can only happen once we identify what we need to separate from and start working. Do we need to challenge our limiting beliefs? Do we need to change our perspective on life? Do we need to reevaluate who is in our close circle? Remember, just because we grew up with a certain group of people does not necessarily mean that they're the only folks we can surround ourselves with. Now, I'm not suggesting you avoid certain family members or coworkers, but it may be time for us to start leveling up our squad. Look around you. If your circle isn't inspiring you, it's not a circle, it's a cage. As Jim Rohn so eloquently said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Elevation requires separation. Just like I mentioned earlier, one of my limiting beliefs is that I am not a good communicator and presenter. Now, I'm not going to sit here and mope about why I'm not a good communicator. Rather, I need to separate myself from this mindset and figure out what steps I can take to become a better communicator. One step that I have taken recently is actively participating on discussions on Clubhouse. This is forcing me outside of my comfort zone and making me open up and share ideas and different perspectives. Now it's your turn. Identify what you need to separate from in order to elevate yourself to meet your ambitions. Time to level up.